Hello everybody, this is a little bit of a different video today because the set we're looking at here goes all the way back to 2015 when it came out. This is from the Anacondrae wave. This is not the legacy one that recently came out, this is the original one. If you want to see the legacy version of this set, I've also done a review of this already. So this is the Dojo Showdown from 2015, and this set is just essentially it was one of the favorites in the wave because it has two elemental masters from the show where they show they had a bunch of elemental masters, and this one has two of them, which will be the main draws of this set right here. So without further ado, again, just another disclaimer, this isn't new, so I would advise you being very careful when you're trying to find a store that sells this thing, because it is a retired set, and so you're gonna have to be extra cautious of what you want to buy, where you're gonna get the set. So let's look at it right now. Okie dokie, here is the main dojo build itself, and looking at it back in 2015, I was like, yeah, this is a pretty nice build. You got a little shrine, looks very traditional. Looks like an arena contesting for the Jade Blade. But now, looking at this in 2021, where Ninjago has produced much more detailed and high quality sets, you look at this and go, this seems a little disappointing. And that's because, well, it's old, okay? The first problem I already have with this is the back. Inside this firewall there's a lot of empty room, there's a lot of empty space. Sure, it's great for your minifigures to roam around and fight each other, if you will. However, it still doesn't prove the fact that there's nothing inside. It's bland and it's empty. And the terrain build and everything seems very little. There's not enough details enough to make this look more presentable. It's not bad, but I definitely think it could do better. So, starting off in the middle here, we got the main firewall here with some spears on the side as part of the decoration. I think that's genuinely okay. On the side, we got this little little platform that you parkour up. You got some spikes here. Yes, these are flick fire missiles, as you can see, which apparently the dojo shoots out some flick fire missiles, and then the contestants have to deflect them or dodge them. So, kind of a little additional play feature on the side, which is okay. My favorite thing though has to be these are stickers, I think. Yeah, these were stickers, but I do think these window pieces they look really cool. The prints on it look awesome, very Japanese-like, very traditional. So definitely this looks really one of my favorite things though. Not quite sure what this little stud here is for, and what is the purpose of it. I do know it's so you can stick the ninja or the other contestants on the side to have them run on walls and stuff, but still, without a minifigure on it, it just looks like a bulge, like a bruise, and it's definitely a weak factor. And nothing on this side except for this little chain I think you can parkour your ninja on or something like that. Up here on the second floor, we got just a single ramp up here, and we got the main Jade Blade attached up here. Here is the Jade Blade itself, and the point is the contestants have to compete for this Jade Blade, and the Jade Blade itself is rigged. It has a little trap, and hence the little trap door open here. So basically you can kind of make it collapse. If your opponents think, the contestants think, oh, it's so easy to get the Jade Blade, and they grab it, and then you can pull this back here, and the whole trap door would just dropping them into the fire pits. Yeah, so unfortunately, because the Jade Blade is so long, it stops the whole trapdoor from here. So it's not super efficient, but it's kind of yeah, you think it's that easy to get your reward? Nope. So it delivers that level of competition, and that's what this whole set's about. Up here we got a nice little shrine up here. I love the use of the butterfly swords for the additional look here. On the little flags on the side are also pretty cool. You got Kai's fire symbol here, not quite sure what this one is, and you just got two banners on each side, and they look really awesome. What I would do though is include a little more, just build more terrain around the Jade Blade. Just seeing the Jade Blade just in the middle there with nothing around it seems really weak and bland and just not appeasing in my opinion. So definitely this little build here plaques, but it's not bad. I would definitely modify it if I had the pieces, or scrap it and use it to apply to other things, because this is a single part of Master Chen's temple, like his palace. And so this is only one of many levels, because it's a big tournament. So what do you know? Okay, so that is it for this one. Let's look at the side build and the other things, like the minifigures. Okay, so a little thing on the side here is this little training dummy, or like katana catastrophe, if you will. Basically, this thing is kind of like a discount General Grievous if you think about it, because it has 4 katanas, 2 gold ones on facing vertically, and then you got 2 horizontally, like that. So that challenges the ninja or the other contenders to, you know, kind of have an obstacle they have to either avoid or just face directly. And of course, this thing is a little bit stiff, given all these little clips here holding it in place. But from that, this will be a pretty nice set for a little poly bag for sure. So it's a nice addition. It's not that good, but it's a nice addition for sure. So that is that little training dummy. Let's start off with the more basic minifigs first, and then we'll look at the 2 elemental masters after. So starting with our ninja here, we got Kai. Of course, this is the original Kai with the original hairpiece, not legacies. So hence this has the old face and the old hairpiece, which I actually never got. So this is something new for me. I don't like the weapon he's holding here. It doesn't look like a scythe whatsoever. It looks more like a garden hoe than anything else. So they could have at least put a sharper blade than this tiny little tooth-like thing here. Another thing, of course, is the main hairpiece. It's not really show accurate, I know, but they've done what they can, and it doesn't look bad though for an act in the physical Lego form. So there's that. This does use the original prints for the face, of course, given that they still used the original prints back then. So I can take this off and then show you this once I take off the mouth guard. There we go. So here is the original face. It's no longer the current the current Ninjago movie face. And then as for the rest of the torso, this is basically his tournament outfit. As you can see right here, I keep knocking Slevin over. Yeah, there you go. So let's put him back together. So that, and boom, there you go. So that's Kai, the only ninja in this set. And then we have one of the bad guys, one of Chen's worshippers or Chen's followers. This guy's name is called Slevin. Is it Slevin or Selvin? Yeah, Slevin. Slevin. It's like it's combining 7 and 11, so it's Slevin. Is that? So he's got like this double scythe. So this weapon compared to Kai's, yeah, no, definitely Slevin's weapon here is far better in terms of what it can do. To be honest, I've never been a big fan of Chen's followers. I just find them a little bit weird and just, yeah, not really a big fan of them. However, later on when they get converted to the fake Anaconda snakes, then they looked 10 times cooler. But in their human forms, nah, not that good. They are wearing this Anaconda like skull though, you know, as part of their helmet, and then now you can see his full prints with all the tattoos they have on him, all the Anaconda tattoos. So there is that. So I don't know, Slevin is an okay fig, and just personally was not a big fan of. From the less interesting figures, we go to the more interesting figures here. Here are the 2 exclusive Elemental Master figures here, which are only available in this set. We've got the Master of Metal, aka Karloff, and then we got the Master of Speed, aka Griffin Turner. So from the 2 here, I'm just gonna say this right now, Karloff is the one that stands out to me the most. Is actually, we see chemistry between him and Kai, chemistry as in like character development, not a romantic way. He was this tough dude who just basically, he was basically the bully and just squared up with everyone, but then in the end he had a self-realization and went through major character development and helped the ninja defeat, well, all the elemental masters helped the ninja defeat the Anakondrai soldiers and Chen's army. So there's that. But seeing this now, it's just basically a samurai with gorilla fists, if you think about it. The gorilla fists themselves, he does have normal hands. Yes, they're just attached. The big hands are just attached to his normal hands. So it's not really that noticeable. You can still only at certain angles, but most of the time you're just going to see his big metal hands. And then he's got his helmet here, his samurai helmet. Unfortunately, this clip is one of my not so favorite things about it. He's got a standard shoulder armor plate here, and then he has no secondary face, just like that. So that is Karloff, and then here's Griffin Turner, the Master of Speed. He's one of the more cool dudes. He's one of the more nerdy dudes. Hence his look. He's not really. He's more the person who thinks ahead before everyone else. That's for sure. He does has his little Sensei Wu bamboo staff here, and you take off his head. He does. Oh, here we go. We have one with the glasses on, and then here's his face without the glasses on. So there's that. And that's his symbol. You also saw that earlier in the dojo itself, the dojo build with the banners. So from these two, why can't I put his hair back on? There you go. From these two, obviously, which is the better elemental master? It has to be Karloff, hands down. What more can I say? So that is it for the minifigures. And finally, the last thing on the list is the box. Here is the box for this $40 set. Set 70756 with 215 pieces. Pretty nice artwork we've got up here. And then we look at the back. Boom. There you go. All the play features. And not quite sure what this advertisement is for, but we'll see that. And then all the jade blades, different jade blades, and then the images of Karloff and Kai from the actual show. So that's pretty much it for the box. So ultimately, what do I think of the set? It is definitely not bad, although after seeing the Legacy Tournament of Elements set and looking at this one, this definitely seems very basic and plain, and given that it uses a lot of big pieces, there's a lot of empty space down at the bottom of the thing, so it's a little bit disappointing in my opinion. But looking at it back then, it would definitely be a pretty decent set for a $40 price range. Now these days, I think the set is well over in the $100 range, so it is a bit expensive, but I will say the stuff you get is pretty good. Of course, the biggest things of this set will be the minifigures for sure, but apart from that, the set itself isn't bad whatsoever. It's just, it seems a little plain, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I will give this set a total grade of 7 out of 10. And in terms of purchasing it, I got mine here from Bricklink, so try going there, or if not, look at eBay or something, because yeah, this is definitely not a recent set, so it's going to be a little bit on the expensive side, if you will. So that is it for this one. If you haven't seen the more recent 2021 Ninjago sets that I've done, make sure to check out the playlist, and if you want to see the other LEGO content I've done, be sure to also check out throughout the channel. And give this video a like and subscribe to the channel for more, as I will be continuing to grinding out and cranking out more LEGO reviews for you guys to see very, very soon. Talk to you again next time.